Good evening, this is your friendly neighbourhood weeb, the Eisenberg here. And I kind of got a little bit distracted by... what was it now? I kind of got distracted by another great YouTuber called HDvee. I've started to watch all of his content because I just thought I need to just watch a new YouTuber. You know how it is. Yeah, so HDvee, if somehow in the future you're watching this video, thank you for basically being a brilliant channel and distracting me long enough to forget about the video I needed to put out tonight. But anyway, so yeah, 100 Nights and 1,000 Skies, episode 17. So Senku's dad and his group of friends, work colleagues, decided that they would go back down to Earth, but some of the group decided to go ahead because they weren't sure if the petrification was still going on, or the petrification beam as they called it. So I mean, if it was a petrification beam, then it must have come from somewhere and someone must have set it off. It's kind of like on a timer or something, that it would go off at a certain point. It was all basically it showed from two perspectives, from Senku's father and his perspective. We actually got to see more of the actual event happening out in the atmosphere of the Earth and on Earth itself. Senku was drinking an energy drink as it was happening. Yeah. So basically his last drink before he was petrified, as you can see, is obviously Philly died, and it got to the point where it done a time skip, and Senku's father and the singing woman that looked like Ruri or an older version of Ruri or Kohaku. They were the last two of the people alive, obviously, because I'm thinking that the big chunky guy, he passed away as well, but they never showed what happened to him, to be honest. It was only assumed that he passed away, but they didn't show him passing away. But anyway, it came at the point where it was those two left, Senku's feather and the lassie, a singing woman. And the singing woman, she lasted quite a while, and she basically, I think she was just basically there for Senku's dad until the very end, when she died obviously as well. And Senku's father was like, I'll leave this present for you, son. Although I'm dead right now, thousands of years into the future you'll get your gift from me. And there was a cute wee moment that I thought was nice. Bless me. This here, where Senku is standing at his father's grave, and he basically, it was kind of like his father talking to him like he was there, but he wasn't there. Senku had a wee cry, obviously, like you would though when one of your parents dies, that kind of stuff, you know. Kind of a very, very moving episode. There wasn't a dry eye in the house, by the way, and I'm not ashamed to say that, but I was crying my eyes out when Daddy Ishigami passed. But he passed on all his knowledge to Senku, his son. But he said he wasn't his by blood. Senku wasn't his son or something like that. But he thought of him as his son. But anyway, yeah, highly charged, emotional episode. Yeah, and I mean, a nice wee moment, the last thing before Senku's father's memory faded. Like they do in these Japanese animes, to show that one generation is passing on to the next life, but also passing on the baton and the knowledge to the next generation. It's a nice wee moment when Senku's father said, Senku, I know you can do it. Because he was basically saying, son, I know that you can do it. I know you can bring back everyone from the petrification. I believe in you. All these years in the past, I believe that all these years in the future you'll be able to do it. And that's a nice little moment that I'll use for the thumbnail for this episode. It has Senku looking towards the screen as towards the future without his father, and his dad basically with his back turned towards the bright light, obviously the afterlife. I'm trying not to get emotional when I'm doing this review because this was a beautiful moment and I'm trying not to greet. Nothing wrong with greeting about something beautiful like this and the messages in this episode. It's just nice. Brilliant storytelling. But then again, I mean, it was nice what his father done, because he left a lot of stuff for Senku to find, and kind of left them an extended family, like with the generations of the kids and all that, kind of passing all the genes down to the eventual generation that Senku met when he got to Ishigami village. Yeah, and then to completely flip it on its head, in the last couple of minutes of the episode, the mentalist guy said that Suka is coming with his army. They're on their way. And it was like, Senku's like, this is exhilarating. Now they finally will see what the kingdom of science can do. So I'm taking it next episode. It's the beginning of the big battle between the two camps, and I'm thinking when the army get there, Senku's original friends that are in the title sequence, if you notice, appear. It's going to be quite good. I'm actually quite excited about what's going to happen with these two camps coming together to butt heads. I'm not gonna say who's gonna win, but like I said, with the protagonist of the show, it's obviously obvious who's gonna win. The protagonist either wins or something happens to make him win. So basically, science versus brawn in the next couple of episodes, and I'll look forward to that. Yeah. So the next episode is going to be called. Hey, wait a minute. I was going to check what the episode's going to be called after the fantastic closing sequence. Obviously. Right. Episode 18 is going to be called Stone Wars. So basically, I think this is where it all kicks off. Next episode. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I will put a link to HDvee's latest video or live stream in the description box down below, and if Chibi Reviews has done a review of this episode, that'll be in the description as well. I've kinda not put his reviews recently in my description box because I've not been keeping up with his channel, because sometimes he's a little bit behind me when I put my reviews up, or he's ahead of me. But anyway, thanks for joining me. She's can come and join me. I'll just repeat what I just said there, because my phone decided to turn off when I was recording. So what I'll do in the description box down below also is I shall put my Twitter handle in the description box as well, below the two links. Not to be confused with the links from The Legend of Zelda. So obviously you can see when I post a link to Twitter to allow you guys to come along and kind of like say hi to me when I'm doing my streaming. I'm going to be streaming tonight as of 9 o'clock UK time. If any are in the chat when I'm on, say hiya and I'll say hiya back. If no, I'll see you in the following stream tomorrow night. But without further ado, as ever, stay shining gold and see you next time.